Okay, so to do an enclosed transfer from the Fermzilla to the keg, it's very, very straightforward. Obviously starting off with sterilising your keg. I've got that full of star sand. I've got about 12 psi in there. I'm just kind of got a picnic tap, just transferring it into a bucket for kind of for use later, I guess. For I can do that for the cleaning and or sanitising the Fermzilla, but just try not to waste the sanitizer. So straight out of this until we get. It's pretty obvious when you have got an empty keg, and then we'll go to the next part. Okay, so now you have a pressurized, sanitized keg, pressurized to about 12 psi, and then you also pressurize the Fermzilla to about the same, or the same. We connected our beer line to the beer out, and then we're going to use this, which is just like a standard kind of a gas line with a spunding valve, and this will allow us to tighten this up, and this will allow us to apply on the gas line of the keg, and then we can just let out a little bit of pressure very, very slowly on the keg via the spunding valve, and that'll fill. So traditionally you can just put it on like some scales to understand when it's full. What I just do is just have a look visually. It's already been cold crashed, so it's about 1 degree. So I'll just see visually as it's kind of coming up the keg, and I'll show a video of that. So now pressure is the same. If I let this out, okay, so that's coming out and filling our keg. Yeah, hopefully you can see from there. You can obviously feel it where the temperature changes from the room temperature down to kind of cold. So it'll give you an indication of where you're at. Right now we're about here. We should be able to get a full keg out of this one. So once it gets around about the top, obviously tighten the spunding valve. But I mean, worst case scenario, if this comes out of the spunding valve, you can take this apart and clean it anyway. So no big deal if it comes through, but just be prepared. And that's how you do an enclosed transfer from the Fermzilla to the keg.